All eyes on Washington, D.C. today, as President Trump and his advisors brace for the first public action by Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller, who is investigating possible collusion between Trump's 2016 election campaign in Moscow. The first charges were delivered to a federal grand jury on Friday, and plans have been made for anyone charged to be taken into custody as early as today. Trump is scheduled to leave on Friday for a 12-day trip to Asia as tensions with North Korea escalate. The New York Times. Facebook, Google and Twitter are bracing this week for what could be a brutal grilling before the House and Senate Intelligence Committees on Wednesday. The panels are investigating Russia's suspected interference in the 2016 presidential election. They'll hear from senior tech executives during back-to-back hearings. U.S. lawmakers might not be finished with the tech giants after this week's testimony. A congressional panel plans to probe the algorithms that power news feeds, search results and other online platforms and services at a hearing slated for late next month. Catch up on this ongoing story with Recode's continually updated story stream. Tony Romm and Kurt Wagner. Recode. Watch for some drama in the markets this week. Earnings are expected from Facebook, Tesla, and Qualcomm Wednesday, and Apple Thursday. Trump is expected to announce a new Federal Reserve chair, and Congress is set to unveil much-anticipated tax reform legislation. Closing out the week, the U.S. jobs report for October will be released on Friday, which should provide color on how the recent string of disastrous hurricanes affected the U.S. economy. CNBC. Twitter has kicked former Trump advisor Roger Stone off the service for violating its anti-abuse rules after Stone fired off a string of crude, obscenity-filled, personal and vaguely threatening tweets against several CNN anchors and contributors, including Don Lemon, Jake Tapper and Ana Navarro. And Trump himself got into a not-at-all presidential Twitter dust-up with Michael Moore over the weekend. Peter Kafka. Recode. An Apple engineer was fired for showing his teenage daughter the new iPhone X while she visited him at work. In a YouTube video, Brooke Amelia Peterson posted a few seconds of footage of the new phone, which quickly went viral via Apple blogs. The footage was removed from YouTube, but keeps getting re-uploaded. The iPhone X is scheduled to be delivered to homes and stores on Friday. Theodore Schliefer. Recode. Actor Kevin Spacey apologized after being accused of assaulting a 14-year-old boy in 1986. Actor Anthony Rapp told BuzzFeed that Spacey invited Rapp over to his apartment for a party and, at the end of the night, picked Rapp up, placed him on his bed, and climbed on top of him, making a sexual advance. Spacey said he didn't remember the incident, but if I did behave then as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology. Michael Paulson. New York Times. Top stories from Recode. Amazon Stadium is the latest bait being dangled in front of Jeff Bezos. A Chicago developer is promising a sports complex if the company decides to put its HQ2 in Sterling Bay. Uber has hired PepsiCo's Tony West as its new chief legal officer. He has a lot of work to do. Amazon's move into wholesale pharmaceuticals sent pharmacy stocks plunging. It's tough being everyone else. This one Amazon chart shows how India has overtaken China as its most important international market. China has been a tougher nut to crack. Can Twitter's community fix Twitter? Here are your suggestions to save it. Number 7. Twitter. Meet David Rosenblatt, the e-commerce CEO, who's not afraid of Amazon. On the latest episode of the Recode Decode podcast, Rosenblatt describes his luxury marketplace company Once Dibs as eBay meets Sotheby's. Michael Barbaro explains why you love the New York Times podcast, The Daily. We start a story at the beginning, and we get you through to the end. This is cool. Stunt Coffee Halloween 2017 Zombie Frappuccino. According to Starbucks, the limited-time-only follow-up to Spring's Unicorn Frappuccino consists of a ghastly green body made with Frappuccino creme infused with flavors of tart apple and caramel, and topped with pink whipped cream brains and red matcha drizzle. According to customers, it doesn't taste very good, but it's still nearly sold out in some areas.